Hi everybody, good morning. It's not such a good morning as you can see from the camera out there. It's raining, but still the job needs to be done. But it's also an opportunity of sorts because we are in the Subaru XV GT edition. Okay, so why do I call it an opportunity? Well, it's because this Subaru XV features symmetrical all-wheel drive, and because it has all-wheel drive permanently, it's supposed to give more grip. Okay, so well, on top of the symmetrical all-wheel drive, that means drive is to all four wheels. It also features torque vectoring, active torque vectoring. That means if you take a corner, it brakes on the inside wheels and gives more power to the outside wheels. It's like having a limited slip or a torsion diff, and this helps to give the traction where it's needed on the outside wheels. Okay, on top of that, this Subaru XV, well, since about a year ago, is built on Subaru's global platform, or SGP for short, and basically this is very similar to what Toyota has. Toyota has the TNGA, well, the Subaru has the SGP, and the suspension setup is very similar in the sense that the front has got McPherson struts, and at the back there's a double wishbone layout. Now remember that Subaru and Toyota worked together on a joint project to develop the Toyota 86 and also the Subaru BRZ. So we know that there was some collaboration, and therefore I think both of them agreed that this kind of setup has huge potential. And so whilst Toyota developed the TNGA, Subaru developed the SGP. So, well, for us, we're going to try this 2-liter XV, which has 156 PS and also 196 Newton meters of torque. Not very powerful, but there is enough. I don't know what's the weight of this vehicle, but I would say it's in the region of maybe 1,500 kilos because it's got an all-wheel drive system and it's also an SUV. In terms of length, it is about 4465 mm, which is about the size of a C segment car, and width 1.8 meters, so there's enough width, and height is 1.6 meters, I think. And ground clearance of this car is better than some trucks. It's 220 mm, so this SUV can take you places where most cars will fail, and even where some trucks will hit bottom, this one will still be okay. So you can see now we are going around the corner at quite a good speed because of the all-wheel drive system. Now additionally, we also have paddle shifts, and there is also a manual mode. So when you are in manual mode, it doesn't even feel like it's the CVT. Yes, it's a 7-speed CVT, but you'll be quite easily fooled. Well, they've done it so well, you don't think you're on driving with a CVT. Yep. Okay, wheels are, I don't know the wheel size. I will look at it later. Well, this is the GT edition, so it has slightly different design wheels, but I think they are the same size. I don't know the tire size, we'll look at it later. But for the time being, let's check out this car. Yeah, these are what you call my test corners, and the all-wheel drive system seems to respond quite well. We just did a video on the Forester, and we found that the all-wheel drive system, what Subaru calls symmetrical all-wheel drive, or SAWD, worked very well in comparison to other two-wheel drive vehicles. And now we are heading up the mountain, and oh no, it's misty. I hope we can see. Well, when it's misty, what you have to do is make sure your lights are on, guys. Okay, see this car here in front of us, his lights are not on, so it's very important. You need to be seen rather than to see. So we've turned on our lights as a precaution, and we are taking the first turn. There's a truck there. Wow! Okay, we are driving in the wet with all-wheel drive. Look at it go, man. Back to second, take the corner. We still have to be careful. There are some limits to adhesion. Okay, we are going up the hill. Just to let him know we are here. Okay, slow down a bit. Wow, there's a bit of a slide, but very, very minor. Still in second. Very, very nice. Okay, definitely there is an advantage in the wet, guys. You still have to take your lines because it helps your car to minimize the turning. But definitely this is faster than a lot of cars can go. And it's misty. See the car in front? That's why you need to have your lights on, for others to see you, not for you to see the road. Okay, speeds are a little bit slower than normal, but you can see that we still have a lot of traction. I'm just being careful. Back to second to take this corner, take the line. Very little understeer. Very, very nice. We'll take this in second just to be safe. Very nice. Safely pass. Left-hander coming up, still in second gear. That's an Avanza. Hi Avanza. Okay, downhill is actually more dangerous than climbing uphill, because on uphill you can have positive traction, whereas downhill you are mostly on trailing throttle. But of course, all-wheel drive does help. But you got to be more careful because understeer is the biggest enemy. There's water running across the road. Sorry guys, I got a bit of a sore throat, but life still goes on. No, I don't have COVID. Sorry. It's a cold morning and our aircon is on. Okay, down the second gear for this corner. Be a bit careful. Easy through. No harsh steering movements. Take your line. third gear, back to second to get positive traction. Now this is a very long parabolic bend, so you got to be very careful with the throttle. A bit of a front wheel slip because there was a bit of water in the middle of the road. Now there's water standing there. Very, very nice. So even if you are not that good a driver, you will still feel more confident with all-wheel drive. So this is why I love all-wheel drive cars. Especially in conditions like this, you can still feel very, very secure. Still in third gear, back to second, and you can power gradually out of the corner. Yep. In third, you got to be careful when you're powering through this corner. Hold the line steady. Yes. Fourth gear, slow down because there's a car in front. This kink is very, very tricky. It can catch a lot of people off. And we are here. Wow, that was nice, right? It's so easy to drive an all-wheel drive car. Okay guys, today I have some hot drink. It's tea. And now we're going to take a drive down the mountain. Slow down for other traffic. You have to be careful because in the rain anything can happen. You just have to watch out for other people more. Of course you got to watch out for yourself also lah. You know, you got to be careful. Always shift down to a lower gear so that you can have positive traction and positive power on the wheels. That helps a lot with grip. Okay, there's a hump here. You gotta be careful here because there's cars coming out sometimes. And this is quite a sharp bend. But as you go through the corner, you can ease the throttle in, yeah? Squeeze it gently, yes. No sudden squeezing. No cars behind, no cars around, so we can take a bit of a line, but you must always make sure that your exit line is clear and you don't understeer. The biggest enemy in the wet will be understeer. Take it easy. Take the outside line. Go. Okay, because we cannot take the line, we have to go a bit slower. Thank you. A bit of a four-wheel slide there. Very little, but all under control. Yeah, it's wet, guys, remember, yeah? Yes. Very high smile ratio in the rain. Look at this. Can't believe it. Woo. And it's misty. Cannot see the road. Where's the road? Okay, I'm slowing down for the mist. Okay, here's the corner. Can't see you. Okay, this, guys, is what you mean by like 50 meters or 50 feet. I think it's more like 50 feet visibility. And this guy doesn't have his light on. Turn on your light. And you are driving a black car, you don't have your lights on. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, so we are taking it easy in the mist. So downhill is always more dangerous, yeah? You can make mistake very easily. So a good driver knows when to slow down. And this is the time when you have to slow down. Now, using a bit of trail braking around the corners also helps, because it helps to push everything down, okay? When you step on the brakes a little bit, it brings the suspension down, gives you more downforce and grip on the road. Because you don't slam on your brakes, because if you do, then you will lock your wheels. Of course, ABS will help, but you will still have some very funny moments when your wheels are trying to grip and not grip, and things like that. You'll be sliding all over the place, and you get into panic stations if you are not used to it. Easy. Yes, Mr. Proton Vira, have your lights on is good. Just as we have our lights on, so others can see us. See, the tail just slid out because well, the road was a little bit slippery and the traction control light came on. Good. So you shouldn't switch off your traction control, because sometimes it helps to stabilize you. And we're at the bottom of the hill. That was exciting, guys, right? Well, it happens. I think there might be a bit of oil on the road. So here we are at the bottom of the hill, and the drive is over. Woo! So this bolsters the belief. This really confirms that the symmetrical all-wheel drive system of the Subaru XV works. It was a great drive, guys. Okay, so there was a little bit of a tail out at the bottom because I was just going a little bit faster than I should have. Well, you saw the correction, right? We did a natural turn into the skid and it corrected itself. Of course, also with a little bit of help from the VDC, which is Vehicle Dynamic Control, or the Subaru version of the traction control and stability control. So, was 156 horses enough to climb up the hill? Yes, no problem. Of course, I didn't have a lot of people, and there will be people who argue you have 7 people or 5 people in the car is going to be heavier. Yes, when you have more people, the car is going to be heavier, but okay, I just qualified it. We went up 1 person, there's no passenger, and there was enough power, and of course it was raining, so you can't even put all of that power on the road. And the paddle shifters with the manual shift was great. It helped us be in positive traction all the time, and now I'm going to shift it back to automatic. Okay, so all things said and done, well, this car actually has a very high smile ratio, and even in the dry, it's quite nice to drive. And because it doesn't have so much power, you can practically go flat out on many of the corners. All right, could I do with more power? Who cannot do with more power? Okay, everybody wants more power, but as an overall car, was it a good car? Yes, it's a great car, guys. And what is the price? You're looking at the GT edition at 133,000 something, and if you don't want the GT edition, you can pay 124,000 something. And if you don't want to pay 124,000 something, there is another 117,000 something vehicle, which is the base model, mechanically the same, doesn't have some of the trimmings, but who really cares? Okay, it has the symmetrical all-wheel drive, it has the Subaru global platform. Okay, so if you want to stay safe, this is it. One of the best cars you can buy because of the safety. Yeah, there are many other safety features here which we're not going to go through, but maybe later in the walk around you will see or hear some of it. Alright guys, we've taken up quite a bit of time for this drive. Hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. And okay, so I also hope you enjoyed our wet driving tutorial. Okay, till we meet again, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do, right? Please subscribe. We need all the subscribers we can get. Okay then, bye bye till we meet again. See you.